All right, I just got back from Captain Marvel in theaters tonight. Yeah, it was already out in theaters by us. It came out tonight. They didn't wait till midnight. That's okay. Their cheating is my gain. It was fun. I really enjoyed it. I think it was one of the better Marvel movies. It's in like the top half, I think. I don't know. I never power rank the Marvel movies. It's a good Marvel movie. So if you like Marvel movies, I give this one a thumbs up. Um, it's got Brie Larson. She's the main actress who plays Captain Marvel. You might know her from Room, a movie that basically got nominated for Best Picture because she is so good at acting. She basically sold the whole movie and did an amazing job. So she's a great actress. And then not more importantly, but my favorite performance in the whole thing was Samuel L. Jackson. He was de-aged for this role. So they used computers to make him look younger. There's him today. This is what he looked like in the movie. There's what he looked like in Die Hard 3, one of the best Die Hards. And there's what he looks like in the movie today. So it's crazy what they did. I had no idea they were going to do this. I really did not know enough about the film, and which is fine going into it. I knew I wanted to see it, but I think stuff like this, I usually think it was going to be really distracting. No, it was actually really cool. They did a really good job. It makes me wonder if in the future it's going to be really weird when people pass away. Are they going to be able to just make these performances with computers? I really want to know how this was done. I wonder if this could be nominated for an Oscar for visual effects, because it was amazing. They did an excellent job de-aging Samuel L. Jackson. It's crazy to watch. Yeah, so those are kind of the main two in there. Jude Law is also a major part. But I don't know what they're doing marketing this movie. I had no idea what it was about except Captain Marvel. She's some sort of superhero. She's got a bunch of cool powers. She can fly. She's got this cool costume or whatever. But I basically knew nothing about it. She is this kind of super soldier from space. And she ends up on Earth in the 90's. And there's a bunch of cool 90's music. They are fighting these aliens. And Sam Jackson's going around with her, and they team up. So it's her and Sam Jackson in a buddy picture together. Kinda, it's not quite like that, but they team up. That should have been marketed. Look, you got two badass people fighting these aliens together. And then what I think is even cooler is the aliens they're fighting are awesome. They're called the Skrull, and they're these shape-shifting dudes. And they can just look at somebody and shape-shift into their face. So they're fighting all these people. And then the Skrulls can just shapeshift into another person. Or they can meet up with their partner, and their partner isn't really their partner, it's really a Skrull. So it leads to all these super weird, tense situations where no one's sure who they can trust. And that was just those scenes where people are unnervingly figuring out what's going on were really cool. And I love seeing that in the movie. It was a lot cooler than just the regular fight scenes. And they do have some regular fight scenes, and I wasn't as impressed with them as I was when things were going on with the shapeshifters, these Skrull people. And the Skrull people have these weird kind of dorky looking heads, which I think is great because they're shape-shifting. Why would they need to look cool when they're regular? They look lame. But then they shapeshift into all these people, and yeah. So it's awesome. That part's awesome. The whole aliens fighting, Captain Marvel and Sam Jackson teaming up, that part is really cool. People are gonna nitpick some things, like sometimes they tell jokes that are not that funny. Guys, Captain Marvel movie is not Guardians of the Galaxy, so don't go in there expecting laugh a minute jokes and a big ensemble. In fact, this character, Captain Marvel, she's pretty uptight. She's kind of this space soldier. So in the beginning, you don't get a whole lot of personality out of her. which is a little disappointing because I think, Brie Larson's awesome. Let her fly. But, she starts to open up as the movie goes on, and you can see her putting some spunk and attitude into that performance, and it's really cool. Yeah. Maybe I'm just a little sucker for Brie Larson and Sam Jackson. I like both of them. Jude Law's in it too. I like Jude Law. He's the young pope. The HBO young pope. Gotta love young pope. I think that show's crazy and awesome. So I love Jude Law. Yeah, so maybe that was like getting me into the movie a little more than anyone else. But it also has a bunch of cool 90s music. I feel like they're trying to do a little bit of that Guardians of the Galaxy thing where they've got like a 90s playlist, like Guardians had the 80s and 70s playlist. Yeah, so it was cool. I think Captain Marvel, if you like the Marvel movies, go see it. It's great. It's right now IMDb says it's a 6.3. That's totally wrong. I'm not following the controversy, but YouTube always suggests videos about Captain Marvel controversy, and apparently people are downvoting the movie like without watching it. I don't think anyone would say it's a 6.3. This movie is a lot better. It's good. The like intrigue of it reminds me of like Winter Soldier. The fighting I didn't think was as good as Winter Soldier, but the intrigue is like right on that level. And it's got a little bit of the Guardians of the Galaxy type deal where they're like playing the music and it's kind of fun. Yeah, and the Skrull people. I would watch like 5 straight movies about the Skrull people, or where the Skrulls were the enemies. That was awesome. So, hear that, Marvel? Just make Avengers Part 3 World War Skrull attack and have Skrillex do the score. And I would watch it. Only because Skrillex kind of sounds like Skrull, which is hard to say. And also, she's from the Kree. So you have Kree versus Skrull, which kind of sounds like two super made-up names. It reminded me of X versus Sever, because they're just like such ridiculous names. Ballistics X versus Sever. And this could have been like Avengers, Kree versus Skrull. Yeah, and like there's a couple problems with the movies. Like the first big fight scene thing, they go to this planet and it's like so dark that my like head kind of hurt, and I like could not. It was like, you ever try to read a book when you're like a little kid in a car and like the sun's going down, so you're like trying to read but like you can barely see the page? That's what like the first 15 minutes of this movie felt like. And then they get to Earth and everything is smooth sailing from there. I loved it. I thought it was great. It wasn't my favorite Marvel movie, but I had no idea. The marketing people, I don't know, they did not market this in a way that like really told you anything. I'd never read a Captain Marvel comic in my life. From basically what I know, DC made a Captain Marvel, and then Marvel was like, we're Marvel, you can't do that. So then they made a Captain Marvel. So Captain Marvel is like a copyright protection superhero. And they made her way cooler than just protecting the copyright of Marvel films. Yeah, so it was fun. Go see it if you like this kind of movie. If you don't watch superhero movies, then like skip it. It's not for you. This isn't like, like transcending the superhero movie. It's just a good superhero movie. And I think that's all we need. It's March. There's not a lot out right now. Captain Marvel was a refreshing, fun trip to the theater after like months of Oscar bait and then nothing in January where like all the bad movies get dumped. So yeah, I really liked it. Samuel Jackson de-aged was crazy to me. It's still wild to see that technology. I wonder if that's going to be up for Oscar visual effects. Yeah, the movie was fun. I think Brie Larson will have a lot more fun in the next, if they do another Captain Marvel, because she's kind of, her character is a little more out of her shell. She's not as uptight soldier. It wasn't, I want to see more attitude It was fun watching her open up. Yeah, and I want to see 8 more Skrull movies. Maybe like 10 more Skrull movies. I would watch that all day. Yeah, so cool. I hope you enjoy. Go out and see Captain Marvel if you like Marvel movies.